Welcome to Kaumudy Global. Taking your attention to an event which is relevant for today's topic. When Indira Gandhi was Prime Minister of India, she made a visit to Kuwait. During her visit, she was asked about the dressing of Kuwaiti women. A foreign journalist asked Indira Gandhi that the women there wore purdah and if it was not necessary that they should be allowed to dress according to the changing times. The journalist really wanted to trap Indira Gandhi and also turn her against the government of Kuwait. However, Indira Gandhi gave a tactful answer. She said that every country has different culture and the dressing comes from that culture. As the PM of another country, it is not right to criticize it. Yes, it is true. It is not correct to say that people should adhere to some strict dress codes or whatever country mandates. Why am I stressing on these points here? Because Iran is trying to come out of those dressing cocoons as it seems. It is abolished by the same authorities who installed it. Iran's Attorney General Mohammad Javad Mondasiri said, yes, Iran's morality police have been disbanded amid month-long anti-government protest. Iran saw its most violent and unrest days in its history for the past months. It was all for justice, for Mahsa Amini, who was prey for the brutalities of morality police. And the latest decision of abolishing morality police suggests that the government is bending to the protest as well as the demands of protesters. Iran's news agency said that Attorney General himself disbanded the moral police, saying it has no relation to the judicial department. There are also reports that the decision to withdraw the law, making it compulsory for women to cover their heads, will be taken by the parliament and the judiciary after several discussions. Religion and government are made for people. It was in 2006, former President Mahmoud Ahmadinejad formed the moral police force called Gasht-e-Irshad. Iran's rulers were forced to withdraw the religious police after protests began after a woman named Mahsa Amini, as I said earlier, who was killed in police custody for not wearing a hijab in public. The unrest has amounted to one of the biggest challenges in decades to Iran's system of authoritarian clerical rule. On Thursday, the Attorney General said the authorities were reviewing the law requiring women to cover their bodies in long, loose clothing and their hair with a headscarf or hijab and would issue a decision soon. But it was not immediately clear whether the authorities were planning to relax the law, which remains in place. Abolishing the morality police would have a major impact on the state's ability to control what women wear. There are countries that follow the dress code as described by their religion, and there are some countries that allow its citizens to wear any dress they choose. It is not correct to say that every country must follow the dressing of Western countries or any other style. The right to demand a change is for only that community that lives in a country that demands the dressing as described by the religion. If they give importance to religious doctrines more than their dress, then that is their right. Hijab protests were raging on for 2 months in Iran, which follows the dress code as described by religion. The women in that country were coming to the streets to protest against those dress codes. Day after day, the protest grew and began to turn into an anti-government riot. 469 persons have died since the clashes broke out. Around 20,000 persons went behind bars. Support and criticism for the protest poured from across the world. History has taught us that if majority of the people are against a law, then it cannot stand. The laws of the religion and government's approach must all change with times. In Saudi Arabia, women are allowed to take driving license. Therefore, it is impossible and meaningless for any religion to follow centuries-old customs. In Iran, women are allowed to have university education. They are allowed to drive cars, even work in government offices. The authorities must have known that allowing all this freedom and then appointing morality police was not a good idea. Strict dress codes were enforced in Iran, mandating women to wear headscarves in public. Tight trousers, ripped jeans, dresses that expose the knees, and brightly colored clothes are also banned in the country. So, as we have seen refinements in laws in forms of propaganda for controlling the protest or protesters in past events, we should wait and watch whether this morality police abolition will really happen in Iran, which ranks the strict and influential government under Islamic Republic government. As some reports have already started indicating the denial of Iran government on this morality police abolishment. I am Shreya signing off. If you like the video, please subscribe our channel and hit the bell icon to get the latest updates. If you want to send us any news or feedback, please send it us on kaumudyglobal@gmail.com.